So the playtest for Rematch is ended, and I tell you what, I'm gutted. I'm gutted. Like, I've only been playing it a couple of days. I didn't get to play the first playtest. I only get to play the other playtests. Only this one. And I'm telling you, I'm fully addicted. I'm gutted. Like, I don't know what to play. Genuinely, I'm sat here. I'm like, I want to play a game. I want to play Rematch. I want to play Rematch now.
But I want it now!
Like, and that's a brilliant thing. That's a brilliant thing. That tells us that we're on to a big winner. Like, a big winner. Now, at the surface, this game might look like it's, you know, it's casual arcadey. Yes, it's kind of arcadey, but I'm telling you now, where it gets very sweaty, it gets very competitive, especially when it's like, you know, you're drawing and it's just like that extra time and it's basically golden goal. Oh my God, like the golden goal moments can end up lasting like twice as long as a normal match, right? Because it's that intense and both teams are going at it head to head. Like, it's so good, it's so good. But I hear you're like, Kiff, what the hell is Rematch, bro? I'll tell you what Rematch is. Rematch is basically, people are calling it Rocket League, but with people. I think that's a terrible description, really. Does it no justice, right? What it is a FIFA Street FIFA Street with a dash of galactic football, you know? Like, FIFA Street is FIFA Street. If you don't know what FIFA Street is, then I don't know what to tell you. But Galactic Football was a show when I was growing up around, 2005, 2006-ish, around there. And it was an anime about a football team. And it was just, they were like, it looked like that kind of stadium what's in Rematch. It was, you know, they jumped really high, they did massive bicycle kicks. It was just super cool as a kid growing up and seeing what your favourite sport being played. Like, just watch Galactic Football. It's I'll put some on the screen. You'll be able to see what it looks like. It was amazing growing up as a child watching that. It was the best thing ever. Couldn't believe they stopped making it. But like I said, it's a dash of Galactic Football. It isn't Galactic Football because you're not jumping, you know, 500 foot in the sky and doing a quadruple backflip spin. You're not doing this stuff, but you are doing some really cool stuff. But honestly, it does give you that feel. It gives you that feel of like I don't know, like you're playing some other version of football that's like sick. You know, like some future football type shit. Like, that's what it feels. It feels great to play. And the art style is nice as well. Like the whole, you know, simplest look. You know, I do like it, you know, with the color palettes and stuff. I do really like the whole look of the game. You know, it just proves, you know, what gamers have been saying for quite a while now, that graphics don't make games. It's about the gameplay, the game mechanics, and the game loop. Now, the potential for this game is massive, I think. Anyway, I see this becoming a massive esports game. I see this being as big, if not bigger, than Rocket League. Belongs, you know, the devs keep on top of things, like keep on top of fixes and updates and just keep it fresh, really. That's, you know, and that kind of leads on to, you know, what we've heard about the future content they've got planned, you know, like they've got a whole battle pass system. And I know that's going to turn a lot of people off, but it's all cosmetic apparently. Like nothing's gonna be changed. It's just all cosmetic. Now, I personally don't have a massive issue with that, but long as it isn't something like COD, where the difference between the paid cosmetics and the free cosmetics are in like universes apart. You know, like, but long as it isn't like that and it doesn't actually affect any sort of like gameplay, I'm not bothered. But the battle pass is pretty similar to how most battle passes are. So you buy it once, and then as long as you carry on playing throughout that season, then you'll have enough of their in-game currency to buy the next battle pass. They also dropped that video the other day showing that, you know, Ronaldinho's in the game and that they're working with him to get, you know, the best that they can out of this game to what a footballer would like. You can see on the video that they're asking him like what does he want out of a football game. So all of this I'm seeing at the moment is like extremely positive. And like I said, don't let the battle pass put you off. I don't like battle passes. Like, I'm not a fan of, you know, microtransactions and stuff, but they've got to generate money, right? And I don't want them to have a free game. So this is like, it's the best of both worlds, right? You've got a game that's for $25 base, or it's free on Game Pass, but it's $25 base, and it's got cosmetic microtransactions. Or it could be free to play, which means it would be filled to the rafters full of cheaters and microtransactions. Now, I know which one I would rather. And while I'm making this, I'm just reading in the Discord here, like, people are moaning about a £25 or $25 price tag. Like, That is insane to me. Those same people are the ones that are buying FIFA every year and then throw their credit card at Ultimate Team just to have legendaries on day one and things like this. Like, I'm literally reading what these people are saying here, and I just can't understand the logic of someone not happy with a fully fledged game, full game for 25. You know, like, what would you rather? Would you rather make it free to play so then, you know, people can just cheat, and then when they get banned, they can just make another account and just come again and again and again and again, just like Warzone? Like, we're seeing it with Warzone, what happens when you make things free to play. Now, I do have a few issues, okay? First one being, why would you end the playtest around 2-3 o'clock-ish in the afternoon UK time on the weekend? Why would you do that? Because obviously people who are signed up for the playtest, like, obviously your goal with this playtest is to get, you know, people to test it, right? It's clues in the name, is to find out and what's wrong with it, any bugs they can find, because you've been asking us to, you know, fill in this flipping form thing. So obviously people have work and things, so why would you? I don't understand why I would do that. The only explanation I can think of why you would do such a thing is because you're French, right? That's what French people do. They do stupid things. So that could be attributed to that. The second thing is, I don't know whether it's like just because it's beta or whatever, but I would like there to be more customization with the controls, right? The buttons are so weird. It's a strange one, I'll tell you that. It's a strange, like, trigger to shoot, it's very weird. Like, it's so weird. You do get used to it, but it's from someone trying to come play it, just never played this game before. It just feels so alien. It doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel. It kind of annoys you to a point. You know what I mean? Like, I went from controller to my mouse and keyboard. I thought my mouse and keyboard was better because I could aim a lot more accurately, a lot better. But then I'm like, it's just like control is to, you know, for defensive stance and all. It's just a weird experience, to be honest. So if you could somehow have mappable controls even for controller, so you could basically turn it into FIFA. Like, they do have presets, but I'm not, you know, none of them really work too well, if I'm being honest. The third one would be if we could have some sort of lock-on camera, you know, like you could toggle, because I know you can press the button to look at the ball, but I mean how you can toggle it on and off, so like the ball remains focused, like on the screen in the center all the time. And the fourth thing for me would be field of view, you know, and it's not just this game, you know, it's plenty of others. I'm looking at you off the grid, but yeah, just field of view. Embrace field of view sliders, really. That's all I ask from literally every game nowadays, is just embrace field of view. Don't shy away from it. Give it consoles and PC players that there's no need to get rid of it and to ram us into one field of view. Like, we don't, you know, more options the better. It'd just be nice to have that in there, because when you're in goals, you can't, you know, you can't look at the both corners and stuff. And like I said, unless your sensitivity for your controller is through the roof, which you don't want anyway, I don't know, God knows. Either way, it would just be nice to have a field of view slider. It's always nice, you know. It's just a nice thing. Now, my experience with this beta was actually really good. I'm not gonna lie, it was really good. So like a fair few people are saying that, you know, people are lagging all the time and there's desync going on. From my experience when I was playing, I can only think of one time where I saw any sort of lag, and I thought the guy left the match, and he didn't. He just teleported to, because he was standing still, and then boom, he just teleported to the other end of the field, and I was like, oh, he's lagging or something. That's the only time I can think. But apparently it's quite prevalent, so like people are saying on Reddit and all this kind of stuff. So I don't know. But the only thing I experienced that could be considered a glitch, well, I think it was a glitch anyway, was like with the goalkeeper. Like, you would think that you saved the ball, but then you wouldn't. Like, it would make the noise and your controller would vibrate, and like sometimes the camera would spaz out like you caught, but then it would be a goal, and it was just like, wait, what? Like, I'll put it on screen now a couple of times, but it was just weird. I don't know what was going on there. But other than that, like, the playtest was I had no problems, like hardly any problems at all. Like, it's got to have been, like I said, from what I've heard on the internet, there is apparently people are experiencing, like, you know, the lag and desync and stuff. But from what I experienced, like, it's probably one of the most polished betas that I've ever played, to be honest. So I love this game, and I'm probably going to buy the full Elite version so I can play this as early as possible, because right now I feel like a crackhead without my crack, and that isn't good, is it? And people, for the $25, shut up, bro. Like, if you're going to moan for 25, I don't want to see you buy any sort of operators or any sort of packs or any sort of Valorant skin or Apex skin. I don't want to hear it. But that's going to do it for now. If you like this video, give it a like. If you disliked it, dislike it. If you're feeling really, really generous, then press subscribe, because that means the world to me. Until next time, peace.